So I finally got into Solution 9, the second city of the expansion, and it's pretty much cyberpunk. I suppose that building is actually Arcadian, right? The one that they showed that looked like GPUs. Maybe it's not, it's maybe not it, but looks similar. Looks similar. Ah, I didn't show the gameplay. There it is, like the vents. But it's probably something else. Let's begin then, shall we? I must say, I'm really grateful. This place is so vast and confusing. Didn't even know where to begin. While the district may seem daunting in size and structure, all the key facilities are situated near Linodes, what you call Aderites. Remember this, and you won't lose your way. Now then, seeing as it is right here, I will show you the Nexus arcade first. Please follow me. I can already see some like Star Wars RPers glamoring as characters here in the city, making pictures. Like I said before, it's very reminiscent of Knights of the Old Republic, actually. This complex is home to all manner of shops, from food and daily necessities to technological conveniences. You can find most everything here. Everkeep's interior is vast, as you observed. This arcade makes it possible for people to acquire what they need in one centralized location. Amazing. How do you get to the upper levels? I don't see stairs. They have lifts. Buklamat. Do you see the glowing pattern over yonder? That is an automatic conveyor. Such contraptions are found throughout Everkeep, allowing us to swiftly move between faraway places. That will spare us some walking. Are they also made from the strange metal? Was it? Yes, the conveyors are powered by electrope. I wonder if this material was introduced to Alexandria by Emmett Selk and his accomplices. You know, to see what they would do with it, to maybe stir a calamity. Kind of interesting that they have it and we don't here on the source. As a matter of fact, the war is integrated into just about everything in Everkeep, even the floors and walls. By etching arcane circuits upon it, electrope can be used to convert lighting energy to those of other elements. In so doing, we can achieve various effects. For instance, a conversion to wind produces flotation, which is required for the propulsion of our flying vehicles. Conversion to fire, meanwhile, produces light and heat, and it is employed in devices such as street lamps and heaters. There are even self-heating cups that keep your drink warm. Can you make a drink cold if you convert to ice instead? You certainly can. Our vending machines do just that. What's more, multiple energies can also be combined to produce some clever effects. For instance, by manipulating the air with wind while projecting light with lighting, it's possible to alter one's appearance. What? It's almost scary what you can do with electrope. If such a wondrous material existed in our world, I imagine everyone would be fighting over it. She had some flashbacks. This shop over here, what does it sell? Ah, yes, let's go and take a look. I dare say you will find it interesting. Oh, I think this is the first time I actually see players. Scripted change, Splendor's vendor. What is this? Drinks? What is that? This shop sells food. Those are the items on the counter. That's food? Can't imagine what they taste like. I thought you might be surprised. Your countrymen were too in the beginning. Come, you must sample something. Choose one and I will purchase it. Welcome friends, how lucky you are for Her Majesty to treat you. The 5 items on display are our most popular. I recommended one of them if this is your first time. Select an item that interests you. Slab of pink hexagons, liquid-filled pouch, long rectangular bar. That's probably chocolate. Let's get this. Keen on a perfect meal bar, are you? It's all the nutrients your body needs packed into a single foodstuff. The flavor is formulated to never taste dull, and one bar will satisfy you for a whole day. Many folks prefer this to taking multiple meals. Yes. Gotta get that protein. Well, they're all very tempting. I'm going to have the steak. I'm absolutely starving. That's the steak? Thank you for your custom. This being Her Majesty's treat is bound to taste all the better. Say, would you mind sampling your selections here and now? It's been a long time since we had newcomers and I'd love to see your reactions. This is a great chance to learn about Alexandrian culture, imagine. Let's dig in. Alright, here I go. Following Wuklamat's lead, you sample your selection. Amazing, I never had any meat like this before. It's tender like chicken, but flavorsome like chronique, and the spices give it just the right amount of kick. I could eat this every day. I don't mind them, they're just happy to see your honest reaction. And how about you? I guess I have to answer with the text. It's interesting. We're not gonna oversell it, you know. It's interesting. It's always such a pleasure. My thanks for humoring me. This does take me back. Though it was chaotic when the people of Tural first arrived, we endeavored to learn about one another and embraced our differences. Alright, what about you, Sven? Aren't you having something to eat too? I appreciate the thought, but I'm fine for now, thank you. I don't eat. I consume souls. Alright, but what's your favorite food, if you don't mind me asking? My favorite food? Why do you wish to know this? Because I want to get to know you better. Why else? The more you know someone, the more you grow fond of them. That's what my old man believed, and my experiences have led me to believe the same. My favorite food? Is it such a difficult question? I'm sorry, just when I think of those who labor to bring us the food, I find I can't settle on one thing. I thought I was indecisive, but you're something else. Indecisive, perhaps I am, but you didn't need to laugh about it. Someone's watching, what the hell? A lizard boy. My favorite food, that is a question I may never be able to answer. I don't know about you, but I'm satisfied. Let's keep moving. Very well, next I was thinking of showing you the residential sector, but it's in part so I can tend to personal matters. It's a visitation, to be precise, and I believe it will be educational for you as well. Would you two of you mind accompanying me? Not at all. Wonderful, let me know when you have seen enough here, and we'll make our way. I can always explore everything here later. As we walk, I would be glad to tell you about any places of interest that we come upon. Air wheeler dealer? Damn, 7.5 million for a mount. I suppose, it's this one. So looks like fucking Tesla. This is Mosaic, a cafe. Here you can buy drinks to enjoy while you relax. I see. In Tural there's a similar establishment called Shibalev Thai or whatever. That's seashell in the local tongue. Is there a story behind the name Mosaic? There is. In our continent, the races are named for stones. There's the Hayun, who resembled some Tonawalta, the tall and graceful Eldite, and the diminutive and affable Milala. Milala probably is the Lalafels. When they all gather here, they appear as a mosaic of colors. Thus did the founder choose to name the cafe. That's nice. If they serve tacos here, it'd be perfect. Tacos? A traditional Turali dish, and one of my favorite foods. You must try it one day. Yes, definitely. We'll make it happen once we've restored peace to Tural. Right, let's continue on. I think Sven is winning Vuklamat over. With the food, you know, and everything. I don't trust her. She's hiding something. And here we are. These buildings are where our citizens live. They're massive. Each one is bigger than the palace. They have to be, for just about all Alexandrians have apartments here. Lest you wonder, I'm here to visit some people. Their apartment is in the building on the left here at the residential radius 9 to 14. Residential radius? That's right. Come, the door opens automatically. This is the lobby, a common area for residents. I see. What does the machine there do? As the concierge, they look after the residents. If you require assistance or have questions, they would be glad to assist. Is that so? I've no shortage of questions. I'll direct them at you for now. By all means, you may consider me your personal concierge. Ah, they have probably the same text. But of course check. Hey Sveen, can anyone live in this place? Naturally, in fact, many of your countrymen make their homes here. No matter your origin or race, occupation or regulator usage, all Alexandrian citizens are eligible for an apartment. This includes those you met who work in the outskirts. You've taken care of everyone for 30 years. I'm truly grateful. This is the place. A mother and a son live here. Oh man, imagine housing in here. Imagine the housing. All the new furniture you can probably buy in this style. Hello, Isadora. Your Majesty, you came. I have friends with me today. Is that alright? Of course, friends of Queen are friends of ours. Please make yourselves at home. How has Milos been? There's been no change, but the symptoms are thankfully mild today. Hello Milos, have you missed me? Doesn't wake up? My son was born with Levin sickness, a severe etheric imbalance towards sliding. As a result, he suffers from paralysis. He cannot walk and struggle to speak. For a blessing, he still has his hearing, and even on bad days he can communicate with his eyes. I see. Sveen visits often, does she? She does. Milos simply adores her. He sometimes even manages a smile when she's here. What of yourself, Isadora? How are you holding up? You needn't worry about me, Your Majesty. You always make time for us, and we have everything we need. I'm glad to hear that, but you mustn't strain yourself, understood? There is nothing you can do for him? Perhaps a treatment with souls? Or... Unfortunately, no. While souls can revive those who have met with an accident, they cannot reverse the effects of old age and illness. Truth be told, many children are born like Milos. The illness has existed for generations, but we've been unable to find a cure. The cause is quite clear, though. The excess lighting in the environment. It's no coincidence the number of cases has risen dramatically this past 30 years. It's all my fault. What was that? I'm sorry, Isadora, but I must be going. I promise to make it a proper visit next time, with treats to share. There's no need to apologize, Your Majesty. If it weren't for you, Milos and I wouldn't still be here. Thank you, Queen Sveen. It's my pleasure, Milos. I'll be back soon, so be a good boy for your mother and for me. Okay. So the people love her. I haven't met anyone that has some kind of distrust or anything regarding the Queen. My thanks for accompanying me on the visit. The illness is a part of life in Alexandria, and I thought that you should know about it. We'll find a cure one day, mark my words. We'll make it so unfortunate children like Millis smile again. Having recomposed ourselves, Sphene is ready to continue the tour. Well, let's continue the tour, shall we? Look, you obviously have duties to attend to, citizens to look after. We can stop here if you like. No, I do this because I want to, so please do not worry. Next, I'll show you one of the district's most vital facilities, a place called Resolution. To reach it, we need to go by way of Lee Node 9, where the Otherite is situated. Don't tell me we need to use that now. The conveyor ahead will transport you to the government sector, where Resolution is located. The markings on the conveyor indicate its direction, and there is a pair just like it on the other side. Is it safe? Extremely, there's no need to be afraid. Who said I was afraid? Come on, Magic. So we'll probably just jump over, right? It's like a trampoline. That's a cool effect. Pretty empty here. No people around. Ah, some. But still pretty empty. Nothing to it, eh? A child's amusement ride. And here we are, Resolution, the operation heart of Solution 9. From Resolution we oversee the running of the district and provide essential services to the citizens, such as welfare support and job introductions. It's quicker to show than tell, so let's proceed inside.
Strange contraptions everywhere you look. What's that?
An infusion station. It dispenses souls in exchange for credits. Through hard work, citizens can obtain the peace of mind provided by spare souls. It's the way of life for Alexandrians, and has been for quite some time. But I imagine it must be difficult for outsiders to comprehend.
That's putting it lightly. To be honest, it sounds disturbing. Still, I won't dismiss it out of hand. Practices like these don't arise from nothing. There's a reason why your culture is the way it is, and I'd like to understand. Won't you tell us some of your realm's history?
Very well. Be warned, though, that it may take a while. In the distant past, over 1,000 years ago, it's said,
Maybe we're gonna catch an
lightning
echo.
energy began to swell in our world.
Calamity.
According to ancient records that date back around 8 centuries, the rainy season spanned a quarter of the year, during which time severe thunderstorms ravaged the land. 4 centuries later, this season had lengthened to nearly half the year. The trend continued, with our ancestors spending longer and longer languishing beneath storm clouds. Crops failed and livestock starved. But amidst this growing desperation, a miraculous material was discovered that promised salvation: electrope.
The stuff that's used everywhere here.
Indeed. One day, when out inspecting a forest after lightning had caused a fire, a villager came upon a curious black ore none had seen before. Testing revealed that the ore possessed a singular property. It could store lightning and
How
convert it
convenient.
to other energies.
I have a feeling it
In that
definitely was
instant, the scourge of
orchestrated
endless
by
storms
them.
became a
by
blessing.
Silk.
Dubbed electrope, the ore found use in myriad inventions and dramatically improved people's lives. So much so, in fact, that all nations soon became dependent upon it, despite the difficulty of obtaining it in quantity. Supply was chronically scarce, and when nations couldn't meet their needs with their own deposits, some resorted to taking electrope from others. Fighting was isolated and sporadic until electrope came to be used in warfare. First in the weaponry of invaders, then in the countermeasures of defenders, and then in every aspect of combat where an advantage might be had. This served only to exacerbate the ore shortage, leading to further escalation. Before long, the entire world was engulfed in a terrible war known as the Storm Surge. As the war came to a head, Alexandria's neighbor Lindblum committed its stores of electrope to the production of a weapon of mass destruction. They deployed it on the front lines and triggered a calamity of frightful magnitude. Not even their own scientists had anticipated the force of the lightning that was unleashed. The energy inundated the entire continent, laying it to waste.
So that's how your world came to be this way.
Sounds an awful lot like an umbral calamity.
You truly know a great many things that I don't. I should like to learn about you too sometime. But to continue the tale, the people of Alexandria had already lost much to the war. They lost almost everything else to the Levin. Those who survived bore deep scars, tormented by the memory of loved ones taken too soon. Though they yet lived, the cruel spectre of death was with them always. Seeking a solution, our scientists turned once more to electrope, and after extensive research, they developed the means to preserve memory and soul. Physical death isn't the end. So long as our memories endure, we may live on. This belief sustained us then, and it sustains us now, granting us comfort.
That's quite a tale.
Your Majesty, help me! I beg you, help me!
What's the matter?
I've got no souls left. Not a single one! But the lot at Soul Supply refused to give me any! Please, you must do something!
My apologies, Your Majesty. This man, he does no work. Instead, he drinks his days away on Trueview. He has only himself to blame if he has no credits for souls.
That's not true! I'm a fighter at the Arcadian. Or rather, I was. I haven't been allowed to fight because of the King's decree. It isn't my choice.
I see. You're a brave warrior of the arena. I want to help you, I sincerely do. But I cannot give you preferential treatment.
Then open up the Arcadian again, so I can fight!
I'm sorry, but that's not my decision to make. The king requires feral souls for war. He doesn't wish for them to be expended on amusements.
You're useless! A queen in naught but name!
Someone's gonna be smacked.
Insolent wretch! How dare you take that tone with Her Majesty?
It's quite all right. Such things don't bother me, nor do I think ill of this man. Hear me. Though I cannot grant you a soul, I mean it when I say I want you to live. I love all of you equally, dearly. You are as family to me, and it pains me to see you deny yourself hope. I want you to find a happiness all your own, even if you must grow it from the smallest seed of joy. Out there, somewhere, is a reason for you to smile again. We all need to vent our frustrations from time to time. I will always be willing to lend an ear.
Yes, Mum. Of course. Even without a spare soul, I suppose I'm fine as long as I stay in Solution 9. I apologize for my rudeness. Good day to you.
Keep your chin up, my friend. And when you feel better, I'm sure you'll find another way to apply your talents. I'm sorry you had to see that. Let's keep moving, shall we? Right, I believe we've visited all the main facilities. With that, I declare our tour concluded.
That man from before, does that sort of thing happen often?
Somewhat. It's unavoidable. Hardships are a fact of life. Our soul management system has sustained our realm for generations, but it isn't without flaws. For one, people have become accustomed to having spare souls. Without them, they feel vulnerable and anxious. Some claim it may also have contributed to a decline in births.
Just thinking out loud, but would it be possible to do away with the system?
No.
I know it isn't easy to change one's beliefs and way of life. The Mamolja had their reasons for their reliance on blessed siblings, much as you have yours for souls. But if we defeated Zorolja, you'd be able to make all the decisions, right? Then we could work together to fix things, restore your realm to where it belongs, and see where we can go from there.
Listen to me. There's something that I need to tell you.
What is it?
Actually, never mind. It's nothing of import. Well, it was lovely showing you around.
Of course. Of course. Thanks so much for the tour. We've learned not only about your realm, but you as well. For now, our priority is Zorolja. But once we've dealt with him, perhaps I can return the favor and show you to Lihiolal.
I'd like that very much.
She was there, actually. Standing on a balcony, watching over. People getting slaughtered.
It seems I've no choice but to continue down this path. Forgive me, Vau Wuklamat, but I must disappoint you.
What was Svinu wanting to tell us, I wonder? Well, I can't wait for another time. We've been exploring for a while now. Should probably go to Cassia's meeting point. They'll be back the way we came, I think. Sveen generally cares for her people. I can respect her for that. And thanks to her tour, I've come to better understand the lives of Alexandrians. They don't feel so strange and distant anymore. Did I get a new weapon? Hell yeah. Wait, they open up? That's cool. That's kinda cool. Oh, we're gonna get the full set now, probably some kind of purple. I would assume some kind of a jacket with LEDs, LED screens, or cyberpunkish. So we're supposed to go to a place called True View in the eastern sector. There's conveyor route to take us there. You know, once we get used to it, they're actually kind of fun. I think this is the first time I actually see a transport like this in any of the hubs. This is the right place, you think? I don't see the others though. Well, rather than sitting and waiting, we must as well explore a bit more. Huh? Imagine, look over there. He doesn't have the thing on the head. I'm a Mojo child. What are they doing here? You noticed too, right? The resemblance to Zoralja. Maybe it's his son. Maybe it's his son. The blue scales of Boneva with features of Hubigo. This can't be a coincidence. At any rate, it won't do to leave such a small child on their own. Come, let's go after them. What is this quest about here, I wonder? Is this said right? Oh, sightseeing log. Nice. So this is True View. I'm not sure what I'm looking at, but it does seem lively. I think that's the gate to Arcadian, yeah. It's already live, you just have to do the quest. That building's just about the only one that isn't lit up. Not open for business at the moment, I guess. I didn't see you there. Listen, we don't mean you any harm. We just want to talk. It's a bit odd, don't you think? They run off when we approach only to suddenly reappear. Could it be they want to take us somewhere? Is that the way of it? You want us to follow you? So it is, alright. Lead the way. It's like an entertainment quarter. A bar. Is this where you wanted to bring us? Honestly, I'm getting like cultural vibes from the environment. What is this place? If we're meant to relax here, this isn't working for me. Hey, what's your name? Doesn't speak. So you're still not inclined to talk. He'll only talk if he's completely comfortable with you. You know him? After a fashion, but never mind that. How about something to wet your whistle? Adorable as you are, it's not in the house. I can recommend our special. Her Majesty. I'll prepare one without liquor for the boy too. Thanks, but no thanks. We're supposed to meet a friend named Cassio. But we ran into the child in the way and he led us here. Oh, so you're with Cassia? It's their hideout. I see. I like the headphones. In that case, go and have a chat with Big Tassus there. He'll show you to a fun place. Conspiracy. Secrecy. What about him? I don't think he's in the mood to talk, so he can tend the bar with me. This is taking a turn for the strange, but you don't think we're walking into a trap, do you? Man, you can see it from the distance. It's the hideout. Come on. Damn it! If this doesn't have suspicious written all over it. What is this fun place meant to be? Is Cassia there? Well, I suppose there's only one way to find out. More gear. Let's have a look. I don't know about this one. Looks like a dress. This area is normally off limits, but Cassie has told us about you. Just follow the corridor and head into the room at the end. Let's go, imagine. Whatever happens, you won't catch me being surprised.
Wonderful! They're here!
We've only just arrived ourselves.
Amazing!
I bid you welcome to the back room. Oblivion's humble headquarters.
A hideout tucked behind a drinking hole. Brings back memories, doesn't it?
True.
Our members here are mainly creators and adapters. That is, scientists and engineers who specialize in electro. They use their skills to provide support to our field operatives. Geralt, Shale, be so kind as to give our friends an overview of your duties.
Geralt? It's another one. It's another reflection.
Well, there's provisioning. Gotta have supplies to fight a good fight, ain't ya? Luckily, we got the tools to craft most of what we need.
Gathering intelligence is another vital aspect of our work. Everkeep's core system is a veritable treasure trove of information. You just need to know how to get in and find it. We also handle surveillance and communications, watching the enemy's movements and coordinating our own, that sort of thing.
And among all our activities, we spend a fair bit of effort investigating preservation. The organization credited with laying the foundations of electrope technology. From the soul management system to Everkeep's design, they're behind just about everything you see here. It'd be no exaggeration to say they made this realm what it is. But their magnum opus was without a doubt the power which was used to join Alexandria to Tural. Interdimensional fusion.
Said power isn't unlike my summoning technique and the magic within Azam's crystal. Yet, though the effect is localized, to be able to fuse realities. Even with my knowledge, I struggle to conceive how it could be possible.
Incidentally, the founders of our group, a husband and wife, were members of preservation at one point. That they opposed the fusing of worlds, and so defected in order to prevent it.
They were her parents. It's Kryle's parents.
While not entirely unexpected, given what we have seen, this is still quite
Obvious.
the revelation.
By the by, that's an interesting earring you have there. A novel way of carrying a data storage device. Oh, you didn't know? Well, as a precautionary measure against machine infiltration, we scan everyone as they enter. And when we scanned you, we detected a small quantity of electrope. Though it's been dressed up, that earring is a storage device and no mistake. Bought it from a shop here, did you?
No, it isn't bought, but inherited.
So these people sent you through the portal along with the earring?
Do you know aught of them?
Listen, Cryle. The husband and wife who founded our order. It's believed that they were Malala. Though we have no evidence at present, we can't rule out the possibility that they were your parents, or perhaps close relations. This I posit because they were the very individuals who spearheaded the research into interdimensional fusion. As traitors to preservation, they were relentlessly pursued. If they had a child they feared they couldn't keep safe, entrusting her to the people of another world might have been their best option.
My parents, the founders of Oblivion. Tell me everything you know about them, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant. Anything and everything.
We don't even know their names, I'm afraid. In a bid to elude preservation's agents, we suspect they erased all trace of themselves. I'm sorry we couldn't be of more help. If you're interested, though, you're welcome to review our accumulated data.
Yes, please. As an individual and member of my order both, I wish to learn as much as possible.
I should also like to peruse the data. Where the joining of realities is concerned, I may well be of service.
Of course. Feel free to peruse to your heart's content.
Thank you.
If you like, I can examine your earring. I have to say, the prospect that it belonged to our founders has me itching to take a look.
I dare say we have enough eyes to pore over your records. Is there any other way we might be productive?
Not right now. We're still waiting for Zoralja to make the next
That
move.
little hovering eye is funny. Hi, Chulks.
In that case, Alice, would you mind accompanying
It's apparently
me?
not an AI, but just interface through which
Gladly.
she speaks to us.
Ah! I've buggered it up again!
Never a moment's peace. Pay him no mind. I don't.
Oi! You two there! One of you give me a hand, would you? Don't matter who.
I just remembered I have matters to discuss with Sheikh.
I don't like this new gear. The look of it looks dumb. I'll probably... I'll look how the pants look, but probably it's not gonna make a difference. Not a fan of this look. Sorry, you had to see me. You had to see me passion spilling over. Happens when you put your heart and soul into your craft, you know? And not to be weirded or nothing, but I felt a sense of kinship when I saw you. As if we've met in another life. Anyway, as I was saying, I need someone to lend me a hand. Haven't slept for two nights now, not a single wink. And I'm ripe to collapse. Can't afford to, though. Got folks relying on me, see? But if I'm to keep at it, I need you to fetch me my favorite energy tonic. The voucher's good for 2 cans. One for yourself by way of welcome. Can't get stuff at any old vending machine though. You need to talk to a bloke named Philemon. You'll find him tending a bar out on the main strip. Off you go now. Better you than me. Seldom does one see Kryl so openly impassioned. As her comrade, I will do my best to support her. Shell has already extracted the data on the earring. At long last, a clue. My apologies, but I will remain here to review the information. I feel for you. While Ginault is brilliant adapter, it's as if he's stuck on full volume. It's all I can do to put up with the claimer. By the by, you didn't know him before, did you? Don't see how you could, but for a moment there you were looking at him like you had seen a ghost. How do I exit this place? Wait, speak with Philemon. Welcome, what are you having? Energy tonics you can get from vending machines? How do you suggest that I sell such dangerous stuff? Away with you, and don't come back. Got a voucher? Slip it to me then. Nice and solid. You're collecting for Ginault. I can for him and I can for you, eh? Here you go. Yours is formulated for beginners, gentler than the full strength stuff. It's not contraband or anything, so you won't run afoul of authorities. But if the Rodino Consortium was made aware of my special selection, it'd be bad for business. Now, seeing as it's your first time, I want you to drink your tonic here, just in case there's a side effect. Now that's how you do it. Your pulse ought to be quickened soon. After which you'll start to see everything more clearly, and then finally you'll feel a roaring surge of energy. The dude just sold me an energy drink, I guess. You got a tonic? Give it here, quick. He's addicted to this stuff. Ah, the stuff. Ain't nothing like it. Pull the cobwebs right out with a great big kaboom. Awakens something feral in me, it does. Transforms me into a remorseless beast. What won't stop till it's done with what it was born to do. Anyways, sorry for sending you off on an errand like that. I just can't concentrate without me tonic, you know? And the pile of work only ever gets bigger. Speaking of which, I better get back to it. Those weapons and tools ain't going to enhance themselves. So in this world, he was an enchanter, not a blacksmith.
I've been meaning to ask about that Mamulja child. Could he be...
Yes. In all likelihood, he's Zoralja's son.
So you think so too? But what is he doing here?
He was abandoned, the poor dear. We found him in the drift downs a few years ago.
To think he'd cast aside his child.
Pearl doesn't want to
We
repeat
can't say for
the
certain
history.
who he was born to, or why he was on his own. But he's a blue-scaled Hubigo, and Zoralja is the only other one around. That being the case, everyone assumes they're father and son. Even the boy has put two and two together. This all happened when he was very little, so he has no recollection of his parents. It breaks my heart to think of it.
What's his name?
Gulja. It was my hope that he'd grow up to be a man of principle, like his grandfather.
It's a fine name.
I should mention that the boy is a little unusual. At first, I intended to raise him as my own, but just when I thought he was warming to me, he suddenly disappeared. We searched high and low for several days, and where should he turn up? But in the wilds near Everkeep.
What? It's a miracle he didn't fall prey to fiends.
See, that's another unusual thing. Creatures don't seem to attack him. He could pick his way through the Thunder Yards as if he were on a stroll. On making inquiries, we learned that he had been living alone and receiving food from the people of the outskirts. This became something of a pattern. We track him down and bring him back, only for him to disappear again within a matter of days. He would return to the wilds without fail, and once again rely on the kindness of strangers to survive. Finally, I took the hint and left him be, giving him the solitude he prefers, and lending a hand only when he explicitly asks.
If Gululja is Zoralja's child, that makes him my nephew. Assuming he's willing, I'd be glad to take him in like Papa did for me. But seeing as I'm here to kill his father, I don't know if it would be right.
Who was that?
He was listening.
Oh dear. It's Gululja.
Don't tell me he heard everything.
Oh, this is my fault. I asked that he be kept away, but I should have taken more precautions.
I'm going after him. I need to explain.
Wait, Lamachi. I understand your haste, but it'd be best to coordinate a search. Kapkiwa, do you have any idea where he might go?
There's no telling, I'm afraid. He could as easily be outside the tower as here in Solution 9.
If those who can fight would search below, my mother and I will scour the district.
Sounds like a plan. Let's get to it.
Finally got the pants. Let's see how they look. I can also try and recolor the gear, but probably won't make the difference that much. Yeah. Let's see, dye white. Okay. What about second color? It's not worth it. Alright, I'm gonna continue for some other time. Right before I start another quest.